What's up guys, my name is Adapt and welcome back to another formation review on their channel. So guys, in today's video we are reviewing the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow formation. This is one of the best formations in the game in my opinion. Most of the top 100 players use it and there's a reason why it is so successful. So let's get straight into it. Now I'm going to go into the play instructions first, and in goal, this is pretty much irrelevant. So, you know, you want a good player. The most meta goalkeeper in this game is probably De Gea or Foreman. Just put him in there. So I'm going to put De Gea in there. It's pretty much irrelevant. And for our left backs, right, what we want first, we want a quick left back. But, you know, someone like Alaba, someone who's meta, who's strong, who can like body like attackers and stuff like that, but obviously knows when to stay back. Obviously on your fullbacks you want them to stay back while attacking. In centre back as well, you just want fast meta players in here. Obviously you'll have your CDM to cover them in this formation because that's why it works so well. Everyone's so like they stay in position and everything, and everyone's just so closely packed together and stuff like that. And just everyone's so organized in this formation. That's one of the reasons why I think it does so well. And say another meta player, obviously someone who's quick, strong and big, you know, Ramos, 6 foot something. And in right back we'll have someone like Kyle Walker, like the most used right back probably in this game, in my opinion. So Walker here as well. So for your instructions on the back line, obviously you don't want to touch these, because if you have them on aggressive interceptions, if you do anything to this, they're just gonna like draw out of position, try and get the ball from other players. Everyone's just gonna be dragged out of position. That's gonna leave you exposed at the back, so you're gonna have a huge problem and you're probably gonna concede many goals. Stay back while attacking, that's pretty much self-explanatory. You don't want your defenders pushing up, because then they wouldn't be doing their job on the pitch and they wouldn't be back to actually stop goals from going in. Obviously on your fullbacks you want to stay back while attacking, and normal interceptions, you don't want them going in too aggressively. Now your CDM, you want someone who's big, someone who's strong. I'd say someone like Matic or Kadira, because like you don't want someone like Vidal in this position, because he's one of them players, he can do everything, but in this you want someone who's like big, stocky, who's really just gonna like be a barricade for your defense, and just like if you want to get through to your actual defense, he's gonna have to get through that big guy, just like shielding the whole team. And that's what this CDM does. That's why this formation is so successful, because defensively and offensively it's so effective. Now the player instructions here, you want your CDM to stay back while attacking, and you want him to man mark. You don't want him to cut passing lanes. He isn't a player like Kante. You want to fit the personality of your player that you're using. Someone like Kante, he's small, he's going to get bullied around, but someone like Matic, he's going to take control, he's going to be assertive on the pitch, and he's that big personality on the pitch which is going to lead you to wins, and you're going to keep possession most of the time in the game with someone like Matic, someone like De Rossi, you know, Kadira, players like that. Now centre mids here, what you want here is someone like Pogba on the right. You know, that's an example of the type of player you want. Obviously you can think of, there's obviously Vidal, Golan in the Culture, or these are just players, they can do everything on the pitch. They're your kind of LeBrons in the NBA. Like on the pitch, they can do everything. They can score 3-pointers. They can defend. Like it's absolutely crazy what these cards can do. And that's why for player instructions, I have them on balanced, but I want them to actually have aggressive interceptions. So with aggressive interceptions, what they're going to be doing is they're literally going to be pressing everyone. That's what people do in this formation, and that's what you need to have as your instructions. You want them on balanced attack though, because you want them to get up and you want them to push back. Players like Pogba, he has high medium work rates, and Golan has high work rates, so you want a good variety there. and they're just going to be pressurizing your opponent, getting the ball off of them, winning the ball back for you. So that's you want two big CMs who can do everything. You can also pass and stuff like that. Now in the cam position, you want someone like Eriksen. Now obviously I'm going to show you guys his stats, and I'm going to show you why you want someone like Eriksen. Because what you're going to have for your strikers, and you're going to set them in certain player instructions, that it will allow space for you to take many long shots. And Eriksen, he has amazing long shots. 84 long shots right there. You can put Kemstar on him. There's obviously people with better long shots, but a player like Eriksen, he has the full package here. Average stats and stuff like that, but great passing and great long shots and great dribbling. That's what you want in your cam. And for your cam, you want them to stay forward. You don't want them stay to come back on defense and stuff like that. And when you counter someone from corners and stuff like that, you want your cam up to be feeding your strikers in. Now for strikers, you want someone who's quick. Let's put a Gabriel Jesus in here. Everyone knows you want someone like him in your squad. Let's say for example we have Gabriel Jesus and someone like, let's say, Aguero. Like, I can show you guys my stats on Gabriel Jesus just as an example. So Gabriel Jesus obviously had 40 games, 38 goals, 15 assists. Most of these games are in FUT Champs as well. And for player instructions, you want both of your attackers to get in behind. You want them making runs, making space for your cam to obviously take them long shots. The players getting in behind is going to open up space in your opponent's defense, and that's where this formation is so effective. Also, your strikers are going to do quick 1-2s with each other, and they're gonna work as a unit, and they're just kind of, maybe if you don't have the cam there all the time, there's always a striker to help another out. It also allows for smart goals where you can pass across the 6-yard box and make sure that you score the goal. So you obviously want getting behind on both of them, and you also want them to press the back line. You want to apply a lot of pressure, and that's what this formation allows with the two CMs here, and obviously with a CDM covering. They're going to be applying the pressure, right? And this Matic CDM is the one who's just going to body players off the ball, push them off the ball and assert his dominance. And obviously with your strikers pressing the back line, pretty much self-explanatory. They're going to not allow your opponent too much time on the ball, make him make many mistakes, and just make him give the ball away and stuff like that. You're also they're just going to panic on the ball. That's what press back line's going to do. And you might want to put aggressive interceptions on both of your attackers as well, to just make them even more, put even more pressure upon your opponent. That's why this formation is so successful. I don't know how many times I've said it, but the pressure it applies is just absolutely ridiculous. Now I'm going to show you guys the custom tactics you want to use in this formation. So obviously with speed, what you want speed on is 70. You want your team to be playing quick FIFA, because that's what this formation allows. It allows for you to get the ball off of your opponent quickly and just do quick passing, 1-2s in between your team. And obviously if you're playing quickly, players are just the defenders, obviously with the AI control and stuff like that, they're going to get dragged out of position, and that's where the cam comes in and plays his role. Passing, you want to have at least 65 passing is a good kind of I can't think of the word, but you guys know what I mean. It's a good place to, it's a good medium. It's somewhere where you're gonna be able to make passes, and obviously in this formation you're gonna want to pass quickly. You've got a packed midfield, you've got a packed attack. It's gonna feel like the game's at 50 miles per hour. It's just running at 10 times the speed. And in passing you want 65 to really fit this formation and adapt to what this formation allows you to do. Passing, obviously you want 60. There's going to be a lot of quick passing in the midfield as well. Everyone's pretty much close together, and that's why you want that 60 passing. Crossing, you want 40 crossing, because you're not going to be crossing too much in this formation. It's not a formation with wingers and stuff like that. You're mainly going to be playing through the middle and just exploiting your opponent with just quick passing and 1-2s. Shooting, I would usually put on to 60. You're going to want to be taking as many shots as you can, and you want to optimize the amount of shots you're getting in the game. If you don't shoot, you don't score. Positioning, you want free form. You don't want your players just like your midfield just sitting there and pretty much staying in their position pretty much. You want them to get back and actually press players, and you want to give them freedom so they your midfielders, like the players in Pogba and Nangolan's position, to actually be able to pressure whoever it is on the ball. Now pressure, I'm going to have that on like 65, because you know, that's what, if you have your instructions on how I've set them and you don't have the pressure on 65, that's going to be a huge disadvantage, because you want to really get into your opponent's face and win the ball back as quickly as you can. Aggression, I'd put that to 55, because yet again that matches with the whole pressure side of things. And team width, I'd turn that down to 45. You don't want your team too spread out, and obviously you've got the CDM and you've got the CDM covering your defense, and you don't want your defense to like push up and stuff like that. That's why the defender line is also on cover. Offside trap, if you're going to use offside trap, it has to be in a 3-back formation, because you're going to be extremely exposed at the back, and with 3 at the back, you're going to have less of a defense, and offside trap is going to be something which works for you because you don't have fullbacks. So guys, we're going to go and get into the gameplay now. I'm going to show you the team I actually played with. If we go to Lone FC, this is what it is. And these games were all played in Foot Champs, so you guys will be able to see how good this formation is. So let's get right into the gameplay, guys. Now, there is a reason why this is the most used formation in FIFA esports. But before we even talk about this formation, if you are not good at this game, if you're trying to get better, can't even qualify for Foot Champs or doing badly in Foot Champs, this formation is not for you, because you're going to be wanting to play counter-attacking football against better opposition, because in Foot Champs most people are going to be better than you. So if you're not good at this game, if your attacking play still needs a lot of work, then this is not the formation for you. Now, if you're good at this game, if you have a decent decent understanding of attacking play, this formation is going to be extremely good for you. It's extremely central, and it benefits possession play. If you like to keep the ball a lot, and I think this is why so many pro players use this formation, because it's best for keeping possession, which is necessary for them. As they say, if you don't lose the ball, your opposition cannot score. And this formation is also good defensively, but sometimes your CDM plays like a centre back. Some of you guys might like that, some of you guys might not like that, but it's extremely good for when people are trying to press you and stuff like that. Also, another advantage with this formation is just the pressure. You're always pressing your opponents, you're always getting in their faces and stuff like that. You're gonna see, even in this gameplay, me just create lots and lots of space. Now, why is that? We've got 2 attackers up top, we've got a cam right behind them. We don't have any wingers in this formation, unfortunately, and that's a disadvantage. But my attackers are always getting in behind, they're always making runs. My centre mids, they're running to the edges of my attackers and to the sides of my attackers, and they're creating tons and tons of space. And when you've got someone who's good at long shots, someone like Rui Costa, he's going to take full advantage of that. So you're going to get lots of long shots away, and even if you're not one of them people who likes to take the long shot, you're going to have both your attackers making runs, and quick 1-2s between your attacking players is going to create for many chances. Also, if you like to play through the middle, this is the formation for you. I've probably already said this so far, But if you play down the wing, if you like wing play, just stay away from this formation. It's extremely essential, and that could be an advantage for some of you guys, but obviously it is a disadvantage as well. You can find that this formation is too narrow. What I mean by that is players are just too packed in the middle. There's a massive like cluster in the middle of the pitch. You can't really split your opponent from the sides and stuff like that, and that's why this formation isn't good for the counter attack. When your opponent's had a corner or something and you want to pass it down the wing and start an attack from there, it's just not going to happen in this formation. So it's too narrow, and it's also vulnerable to teams using formations with a packed central midfield. Now obviously the central, like if someone else has a packed central midfield, it's just going to be it's just going to be so tight in the midfield, and you're going to find your passes are just getting intercepted and intercepted and intercepted. And this is where the versatility lacks in this formation, and this is why if you want to play down the wings, if you like crossing and stuff, this just isn't the formation for you guys. As I said, loads of interceptions are going to be made, but I just love how the CDM sits right in front of your attacking players and just helps your defense so much. Now this formation can be easy to counter. Formations which are extremely counter-attacking, free at the back formations especially, can cause a problem for you guys. So that's pretty much everything for this formation, and after playing about over hundreds and hundreds of games with this formation in this FIFA, in last FIFA, and the FIFA before that, the FIFA before that, ever since it was introduced to FUT, I would have to give this formation an 8 out of 10. Yes, it is great for people like who like to play possession play and stuff like that, but it's not very versatile for you guys who like to play wing play. So if this video helped you out, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, make sure you press that bell as well to be notified every time I upload a new video, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.